And just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
One all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. On a solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
At the Panthers' 42-yard line.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the offense, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9.
They go play action. Young.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He's got it in. Complete.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Ready. Look, black shot. Blaster, 6. Ready.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
That's taken in. It's Xavier again.
That one's good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
6. Set. Hut. Yellow. 22. Black ultra. 10.
4th down, Young. Short throw to Smith. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as they drew it up in practice.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's McCarthy. This is caught by Addison.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 29.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Alert. Cougar 19. Ready.
One back to the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
McCarthy off the play fake.
Making the catch. This is the tight end Oliver.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed
which this offense can get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready, break. Set. 60 Eagles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
60 license.
They'll try again. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Off the play fake, Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this run upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 4.
Black step. Let's go now. Fight. Set.
Young now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Come on. Set. Smash. Red. Yellow. 22. Ready.
Now Young on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 47 yards. And the Panthers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. But after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Let's go.
Throwing is McCarthy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Young. This is Smith to the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL
on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I think in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yellow, 22. Spike 6, black ultra. Red, cycle. Ready.
To throw, Young. Short throw to Smith. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Steel, it's drill green. Claws red. Check, hut.
Here is Young. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hubbard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 10 more there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
60 red. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to throw that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Blue, 32, striker. Red, cycle. Blaster, 6, white, white. Green jack. Hut.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from the defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
24-yard line.
They'll keep leading on the running game. Back to the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. To the air with McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 64 yards. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team running in, the Vikings moving away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of. At the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're 1-2 plays and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Young will set to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Panthers.
Again, it's Young. They'll find McMillan here.
Young's pass.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second
It's a
down.
gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Young to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Touchdown, Carolina! Jonnu Smith with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Vikings 20. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now McCarthy. And he's into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Oliver, a 5-yard
20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a fourth-quarter lead. The extra point splits the points, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings pull it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 10 black.
Now Young. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
That's 6. Red, blue, 60 red.
3rd down, Young from the gun. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, he's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that's a quality catch right there.
First down, Carolina.
Real green.
Here's Young. Got a man. That's Legette.
Young's pass.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And the Vikings 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Down. 33. Yellow. Blaster. 6. Hut.
Now Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 1st and goal.
Fight. Here we go. Ready?
Hubbard. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Say, Hawk 70. Rig alert. Rig alert. Dragon 60. Go street. Hurt. Hurt. Mustang 19. Street. Check smash. Check smash. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. But a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on against the end, they'll kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
19 Lion. Cowboy 80. Hey, smash. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw up. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Devin Lloyd in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Check, 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 check. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Motion, motion. Pop, pop, pop.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Let's go now. 79, 19 tight. 19 tight.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Ready, ready. 52 Blue. Ready.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Panthers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You